In today's video, I'll go through my AFL fantasy team at the end of round 3. So squad 2043 and rank 12k. So rank's not super great, but we did have a slow start. I think we completely butchered our defense line, but mids and forwards and rucks were fine to start the year. So I just had to patch that up. That kind of hurt our rank. Got some really low scores. Started just Justin McInerney, didn't really work out. Got injured as well. Started Ed Richards because he was getting kick-ins. Thought he could do a bit better, but the pick hasn't really worked out. But other than that, I think the team's okay. But start off with Crisp. So we brought in Crisp this week because he was discounted to what he was in round 1. Hindsight, probably should have got Doherty, but I think Crisp thought slightly safer. But yeah, Doherty without Sard was probably the play this week. Short has been a good pick so far. Midfield a little disappointing. What did he score this week? 91. I don't love his role at the moment. It's more half back and then getting fed at the back of stoppages rather than up and down a wing where it can be damaging and constantly set up play like he was when he was going his 110 back in his 110 plus days. Not super happy with Whitfield at the moment, but not moving him on for the time being, but just keeping an eye on him. Hugh and Sicily, I think everybody has. I didn't start with Sicily because of the COVID rumours, and then by the time I realised when he was playing, I couldn't get him back in because I had locked in a few players. So, yeah, he's literally at my team for 2 days in the entire preseason, and just happened to be the final 2 days. So, stuff that one up. Probably explains this rank here, but we fielded McCartan over Ed Richards. Lost about 40 points this week, so I've probably fielded Ed Richards this week. Really want to patch up D6 as soon as we can. Hopefully in 2 rounds, Dacos can be sent back there. So midfield, Took has been pretty good. 105 is not great for his price, but he did get tagged this week, so that happens. But before the tag, he had a 147 last week. Didn't captain him, unfortunately. I think we took a 113 from Dunkley for captain. So I am pretty conservative with captain scores. So, just double tagged. It's never really happened to him, and hopefully better next week. Neil was struggling a little bit, just at 86, but he's been a great starting pick. We started with Cripps. He's been great. This year looks unbelievable so far. Hopefully he can keep it up. We also have Pat Lipinski. He's made a bit of money. He's made us 50k or so, a bit more. So he's been okay. Probably more of a Supercoach pick because his Supercoach, I think in VFL was about 156, and his fantasy score was, I think, around 115 or 120, something like that, something in that range. So definitely better in Supercoach. Good chance for forward status, so might be okay up forward, but plays West Coast this week. To go he's out, maybe he gets a better score this week. We'll see how he goes. Just a bit of a okay, nothing special picked so far. Matt Rao, I think definitely better for Supercoach as well, Matt Rao. But I think we'll hold him for a bit. I think he can probably get another 100k out of him. Just no outside game at all, which is not good. Need him to take a few marks. How many marks has he taken this year? Probably less than 6, I reckon. I'm not sure, but it's whatever. Just guessing. And Dacos on Francis Ward. I think this is a standard on-field setup. Ward's 60 against Carlton, that's fine. I think he'll start doing better. Horn Francis is not the best role, but it's whatever. And then Dacos has been great. And honestly, what's he averaging here? 88. We could literally just keep him at D6 till the buys, provided he does get defender status, because he is playing a little bit forward at the moment. But still a bit back, but did play more back in the first few rounds. Connor McDonald and Mead, both good rookies, I think, so they can make a bit more money. Our ruck line, Grundy and English. So we traded Gawn to English to free up some funds. I can't remember what our other trade was last week. I don't remember. I can't remember. But nonetheless, we downgraded Gawn to English. I think that was a smart move. Well, this week anyway. English scored about 130, which was great. Grundy is interesting. Not scoring as we'd like, and he's coming down in price. I am a bit new, still my second year in fantasy, and it's my first year where I bought Moreira's Magic's Guide. So I'll be interested to see if they float the idea of Grundy to Bruce this week. I just think that, we're so used to going set and forget in the rucks, whereas this year we have Tim English. Bruce has always been a great scorer, just needs to get games to stay in the park. But at Bruce's price, I think he's too hard to pass up, even with the risk attached. But yeah, I'm interested to hear his take on that. We have Dixon. We don't have Hayes. We really should have got Jack Hayes early, but our defense was such a mess. We needed to fix the defense up, and by that time, we couldn't get Hayes to Dixon after the second price rise. So I didn't think it was worth it anymore. So unfortunately, we missed that. But Dixon will be okay. Won't make as much as Hayes, but probably makes a little bit. And then the forward line. So Dunkley's been a great pick. Cogs has been great. Butters has been down, but good. Good previously. Brody's been solid. Just a 77 this week. I think he's probably 80 average. I think he's had 3 very soft fixtures and now plays GWS. So see how he goes against good teams. A good team. Fielded Rochelle over Nick Martin. Just silly negative body score. Lost 30 points for no reason there. And then Cherry's been quite good. We can swing him in the rucks in 2 rounds if required. Also have Kane Baldwin, another failed starting pick. Needed to patch up some rookies early and the defense. So this week, our trades, it's interesting because a few things we can do here. We could patch up D6. We need to bring Bruce in. So I think Rochelle can go to the bench. And we need to get Bruce in somehow. So we could go Rochelle straight to Bruce. I think Rochelle can make a little bit more money. So playing the break-even game, this is what I wanted to do. So go Grundy out for Bruce. Bruce has to come in for sure. So we'll just make that trade. And then we could upgrade to it. We could go Doherty in defense. I think that's probably a better move. He did play without sides, so I have to remember that. And Doherty had limited preseason. How long does he keep it up for? I think he will keep it up for the time being, though. I'm not sure how long for, but yeah, he looks really, really good. So I think we'll trade out Baldwin, get rid of a dead Rook, and I really want to bring in Isaac. So I didn't start him in this format because I just thought the forward options were really strong in terms of rookies and whatnot. So I didn't end up starting him, and I went Lipinski instead. So it was either one of the two. Could probably field Martin, to be honest. I think we probably should go Ed Richards to Doherty instead of Baldwin to Heaney. But I think Heaney I think will destroy North this week, and he also plays West Coast, I think, the week after or round 6, one of the two, or round 5. I can't remember. So yeah, I'm predicting Heaney. I don't think he'll be this cheap for the rest of the year unless injury. Still 740k. He's currently the 3rd best forward. So maybe next week we'll do a double downgrade, and then after that send Dacos back and hopefully get a midfielder in if we can afford it. But yeah, this is a little risky. I'm not sure whether the Grundy trade is the right play. But I think it's worth the risk. Grundy's coming down. And then we got Cherry in 2 rounds will be a ruck. So if something happens to Bruce in 2 rounds, just trade him out. So yeah, I don't think we really have any pressing issues at the moment. So we'll see how we go. So yeah, let me know how you're going in fantasy. I really, really enjoy fantasy, and not gonna lie, I like this format better than Supercoach. I don't know, it's just more fun. I love playing the break-even game. I really like it. I love just trading aggressively, whereas Supercoach, you need to hold back a bit. But yeah, I really like fantasy, and hopefully I can have a good year in fantasy, but we've got a bit of work to do. Touch on our Real Dream Team. So we're ranked 330, I think, in Real Dream Team. So this is the current team. Used 5 trades. Had to patch a few things up. Still got Miller. I think he'll come back and make a little bit of money, so I think we might just hold him. But yeah, Miller was a terrible pick. Didn't grab Connor McDonald, went a bit heavy on the mid bench, but yeah, started Heaney, brought in English for Gorn. I think we needed to patch up one rookie as well, so made a few trades here, and then we brought in Lipinski for Jared Berry. So yeah, so that's the team. Thanks for watching. Let me know how you're going in fantasy. Let me know what you're thinking, how you're getting Bruce in. And yeah, it should be good. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys soon.